Oh my gosh, no, because God seriously does have my back. And when I tell you my reason, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna be like, girl, you're fucking a dumb bitch. And you know, I'm not gonna argue with you. Because I can look at myself in a goddamn mirror and I know that sometimes I can be a big, huge, fat, dumb bitch. Anyways, I have been misusing my time because I was supposed to be cleaning. Because my landlord was supposed to be coming over today. Because the downstairs, when the ceiling fell on my ex-husband's birthday, because he put a hex on me. Don't think I don't know you boys were doing little black magic. It's so cute. It's so good. Anyways, yeah, so, the landlord was gonna come over today to make sure everything was good downstairs so that we would be free to use this space again. I feel like I'm acting right now. I'm gonna pretend to be like that bitch. So yeah, I'm gonna pretend I'm that bitch. Okay, and we're just gonna go. Oh wait, this is better. Better. Okay. So I thought they came by yesterday to finish everything, and I thought it was done. But she wanted to come by today to do like her little inspection, to give it the okay for the paperwork, for us to start using this space again. You know, liability shit. I understand I work in the liability industry, which I only say that because it sounds, no, actually I say it because it's true, not because it sounds cool, but it does sound that way, but I cringe at the way it sounds cool because I'm not trying to sound that way, you know what I mean? I'm like very cringy about that shit. Anyways, I was biding my time, and there was like certain things around the house that I just haven't wanted to do, like the dishes and folding the 5 fucking piles of laundry. And so I was procrastinating with making a few TikToks. But they look good though. Like, go scroll through both of my things and my go look. Like, they look good because I put different things on each one. Sometimes I'll cross-post, but I've been trying to do enough content where it's enough so that both accounts can be different. So it's not annoying. Because I don't want to be annoying. This is annoying. I'm annoying, it's okay. But if I can help it, I don't want to be. And that was a way I could help it. I need to fix this. So anyways, yeah, I was feeling stressed because I'm like, wow, I'm really just and I knew the whole time I was like making TikToks and on my phone, I'm like, I'm really only fucking myself over because the closer and closer the time gets to when she's gonna stop by today, I am gonna be a fucking basket case, and that is not gonna be fun when you're homeschooling 5 children. But I kept doing it. I kept doing it anyways, and then it got worse and worse and worse, and then I was procrastinating more and more and more because I got more and more worried, and so finally just texted her because I don't know what time she's stopping by today. Because that was a whole other thing that's gonna compound my poor decisions. And so I was like, hey, what time do you think you'll be by today so I can make sure I'm home for you? And then she was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I think maintenance is gonna have to be out to paint one last thing today, so I was probably not gonna come by until tomorrow. That was off. I don't know what that was. You know what I mean, though? God does have my back. And in my delusional brain, what does that mean? It means that God wants me to be doing the little TikTokies because he bought me another day. Just because he could. And that's what they mean by divine timing. And yes, I keep doing this to and it's honestly, you know, it's gonna sound really freaking lame. The easy way, okay, I'm gonna get really fucking real. The easy thing for me to do would be to say I was checking myself out. The easy thing to do would be to act like I'm doing this and being all like, because I think I'm hot. That is the easier answer. Obviously, it obviously doesn't make me look very good, but that would be the answer. that would be less stressful for me to have to explain. But no, I'm actually doing it because I'm in a way like reorienting into my body. I know that sounds like silly, but after many years of having like different lenses, different, you know, they were alts, but like they were me, but they were just different different aesthetic versions of me. And they were all separate, so only one at a time. And now I am all at once. All at once. Yeah. So like I'm all at once. I'm all at once. Like it's all at once. And so I'm kind of that. What does that mean though? It means I have access to the entire library. So like before, each alt had its own section of the library. Ooh, that's a good way of putting it. So it's like each alt or piece of information or trait or whatever had its own section in the library. Well now, and I could only access certain sections of the library. They were all like their own offices. But now I have access to the whole fucking library, bitch. And so it's weird because I'm even like surprising myself when I do certain things. It's a really weird, awkward, gangly time. I feel like I'm in 7th grade all over again. Quite traumatic. Honestly, quite traumatic. Because there's many things that come out of my mouth. There's many things my face does. There's many weird body functions, like when I did that thing. And then I'm like, wow, sorry. Like that was me and I'm aware I did that, but like kind of quite wasn't what I thought it was, you know? Like I didn't realize I had that oomph in me, or I didn't realize I couldn't do that, or I didn't, you know, it's weird. It's like I'm trying to adjust to being in the driver's seat of each section of that. And then they were shifting the library metaphor over to like if it was like cars, like race cars or something, or you were gonna test drive cars. It's like obviously you're gonna test drive. You kind of need to, like if you are learning how to drive, you have to practice in that certain car, because some cars feel different or whatever. The feeling of like, you know, when you've done something every day for so long, like gotten in your car and driven to work, it's second nature. You don't have to think about where the distance of where anything is or any of the buttons, because you're so used to it. I'm having to restart that process with each of those like larger pieces of me, even though they all were me. They were just me in different chunks of time, and I'm having to like reorient to the buttons and the nuts and bolts of how it all feels in my body when it comes out. And obviously if you're educated at all on autism, I'm sorry to tell that this, it's really stressing me out. But if you know anything about autism, you know that proprioception is something we suck at. And that is understanding the proximity of our body, our physical body in the room that we're in time and space. And yeah, so when I do really weird things, I think it can rub people the wrong way because it comes off as acting. Like I'm putting on a persona. I'm not putting on a persona. It is me, but I am kind of testing the limits, yes, to understand and gauge and know how those limits and extremities feel in that, you know what I mean? So that was my info dump that I'm pretending was to educate you guys. It really was for me to watch back, because when I watch back, it'll help me. That's kind of the only way. That's honestly how I've healed. Do video diaries. I will die on that fucking hill. Die on that hill. And then I'm gonna roll down it. Because that's just how God rolled me. Roll. I was thinking of that, the pony song, or the rodeo song. The rodeo is the remix one, right? Yeah. see, okay, sometimes though, it's like when I think about it, I can't do it. But when I am playing music and recording, like to do the little TikTok, honestly, the TikToks is what helps me come back into my body, into myself. People might think it's immature or childish or whatever. That's honestly fine, because it literally is my inner child feeling safe in my own body again. So I guess, yeah, hey, that's a wonderful fucking disclaimer, bitch. You want to come on my shit. You want to come on my fucking shit. And you want to think I'm wasting time. Aren't you fucking Mama Five? Or you what are you doing making fucking TikToks in the middle of the day and being stupid with your fucking arms? Why are you doing that? That's immature. Grow the fuck up and get a day job. Well, no, it's genuinely, that's it. I understand why that is what you're perceiving. That is not accurate to what it is. Although I will validate you that that is the energy you're picking up. But boom. That's how you handle. That's how you handle that. Ew. See, you know what I mean? But it's like fun, because it's like been me the whole time. It's so weird. I just have had severe fucking anxiety. I didn't realize how bad my anxiety, I genuinely didn't realize a lot of how bad it was. So I was being abused a lot more than I thought I was, and that's the weirdest thing to understand for your pride. Wow, that's gonna shift it. That's gonna make me want to cry. Yeah, it is quite weird to know that you're intelligent and smart and capable and can do all of these things and can run a business and you know, and I've accomplished a lot in my life, honestly, and I'm only 30, and like I've done a lot of shit. And it's kind of just weird to accept the perspective to have both. To realize that you can be so intelligent and smart and stuff, and then still have like a disability or a weakness or a dysfunction of some sort with somebody else, and that someone else is able to take advantage of it like that. It's weird. It's weird because I always thought that I knew what was horrible about our marriage and what wasn't. And I didn't even grasp literally like how abused I was. Like it's crazy. It's hard to not feel really like not embarrassed, but like not embarrassed like in a prideful way, but really like finally honestly accepting myself for the things that I've struggled with and hated about myself my whole life, for like always trying harder and harder, not being able to fix and change them. And that's because I can't, because that's autism, and that's there, and that is a disability. And when I was diagnosed, I still was under this guise or this understanding of like, well, because I'm late diagnosed, it's obviously not much of a disability. And so it was very humbling and weird to come out of that marriage and to know the things that were bad. Like I knew the things that were bad, but the farther out from it I get, the more I see the details where I can see where it was the disability that allowed him to do that. And that has nothing to do with how smart I am, and I can't help that. Wow, this is weird. I was not. That came out of nowhere. Desperately want to be done. I just looked up and it said 14:41.